Well, it looks like this is happening again. Trevor Bauer facing a sexual assault allegation, which he denies. This time it's from late 2020. We'll get into this article. There's quite a bit to get into. I'll give some of my thoughts. Let me get yours down in that comment section below. But Trevor Bauer obviously is over in Japan pitching right now, continuing his career over there. He's been up and down this year. Lately, he's been pitching pretty well, but that's not really the point. The point is, what the heck is going on here? Another sexual assault allegation. Is this completely made up? Is this someone that he knew? Did they have some kind of sexual encounter and now she's just trying to get paid? Or is this dude a freaking monster, very violent person? We don't have all those answers right now. We can only kind of speculate, but let's just check out what's going on with Trevor Bauer and with this latest sexual assault allegation. Baseball pitcher Trevor Bauer has been accused by another woman of sexual assault and choking her unconscious, this time in Arizona in late 2020. And the woman said in court filings that he raped her, got her pregnant, and also held a jagged steak knife to her throat. What the hell? Bauer, 32 now, has denied the allegations, and the woman filed her civil complaint against him in December and then amended it more recently with details of her alleged encounters with him. So she filed back in December, 6 months ago. So it's nothing new as far as he's concerned. He knows this has been going on. It's just now becoming public. And this is the fourth publicly known, maybe there's more to come. This is the fourth publicly known woman to make similar allegations against the former Cy Young Award winner. And as I mentioned, Bauer has moved on to pitch in Japan. When I first heard about this, I was freaked out. I was like, tell me he's not going over there and getting in trouble in Japan. This got to be something old, and it is something old, which of course will beg the question for many, like, why didn't she say something sooner? That's what a lot of people are going to say. I understand that. A lot of people are going to say these girls are trying to get paid. And when we're talking about millions and millions of dollars, could be someone else in her ear. We'll get a little more into that, but it's definitely on the table as a possibility as of now. But he was released by the Dodgers. The guy who's already been released, couldn't find a team, couldn't get signed in Major League Baseball, was suspended, ended up being suspended for 194 games, the longest in MLB history. And that was a separate case. Now we have a new case of an Arizona woman. She asked for $3.7 million in a lawsuit, along with an apology to any women the defendant has sexually humiliated and abused against their consent. Bauer's legal team has responded by saying the lawsuit is another attempt to harass and extort Mr. Bauer. So his attorneys are fighting back, but they do admit he had a single consensual encounter with the Arizona woman in December 2020. And then it gets into some graphic detail, so be ready, when he said the condom broke during sex. After that encounter, the woman claimed that she was pregnant and demanded $1.6 million to terminate her pregnancy, according to Bauer's countersuit against this woman. His attorneys stated in court documents that Bauer made an audio recording of this demand. I don't know what the heck. What the heck, man, with Trevor Bauer? I mean, it is certainly at a minimum, this guy is not a smart decision maker. The women that he's getting with, asking for trouble, at a maximum, he is a freaking monster who just likes to be violent with women. And I know people are going to have varying opinions. I can sit here and tell you right now, I don't know for a fact which the answer is. But the more women that come forward, in my opinion, it looks worse and worse. I know there are women, of course, who will come forward, and especially if there's someone in their ear, they could have a new boyfriend. It's like, dude, you was with Trevor Bauer. You slept with Bauer. Let's get paid, dude. Let's get paid. I know it's possible, but it's, the more women that come forward to me, the worse it looks for Bauer. Bauer declined to pay this demand and told her the decision whether to have the child was her own, that he would support her decision, including paying any medical expenses or child support required by law, according to his filing from April. He ended up paying $8,761 for the expenses related to her alleged pregnancy and its subsequent termination, according to his countersuit. Oh my gosh. Based on the woman's demand letter and failure to provide any medical records to substantiate her pregnancy or termination thereof, Mr. Bauer now believes that the woman fabricated her pregnancy in order to extort money from him. So I'm going to jump over real quick to Twitter, and we could see Rachel Luba. This is now, obviously she has defended him through thick and thin, mostly thick, this entire time. It's not surprising she's going to defend him, But she says if you spend even 10 minutes looking into the credibility of this person, you'd see what many other media outlets and even MLB saw, that she has zero credibility, has made 4 different attempts over several years for 7-figure extortion demands to Trevor Bauer. All her texts contradict everything she claims. Oh, and her claims have drastically changed and evolved too from one demand letter to the next. This isn't her first rodeo either. She has a history of arrests and made multiple prior allegations of sexual assault against others over the years, including against at least one other professional athlete. And then, of course, you have the reactions to her. I don't know what to believe. You're literally his agent. Are you dating him still, or was that just rumors? This person says you're paid to say this. This person says you're the only other agent I've ever seen comment on social media. Are you sure you're doing this right? This person says, has he learned their word consent yet? And then this person says, thank you for always protecting Bauer outage. This is crazy. He's such a great dude. Thank you, Agent Rachel Luba. And I kind of tend to agree with Rack. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. One person I don't believe is an agent. I mean, yeah. But then again, she doesn't just say he's innocent, didn't do this. She does go into some detail about this woman, which I'm not able to find this information on this woman as of yet, because they're not releasing much information about her. Any of the articles that I've been able to find. He met this woman on Instagram the same way he met that woman from San Diego in 2021. Who made very similar allegations against him. It's possible maybe this was another rough sex situation. Maybe it was consensual. But don't have consensual rough sex, really any sex in my opinion, but it's, whatever, with someone you don't know. That's pretty much common sense. Especially if you're a known multi-millionaire. But anyway, Bauer was never arrested or charged in any of the cases, but after the San Diego woman came forward, 2 other women from Ohio made similar accusations. So remember, there were those accusations from Ohio as well. It seems like everywhere he goes, this is happening. It's insane. So we'll just have to wait and see as more information comes out. Like Luba said, his attorneys have also said the woman has serious credibility issues. But that's one thing that their job is to do, is to find credibility issues with someone who is going to accuse you of something like this. You find credibility issues. Everything is pretty much expected. The reaction of the agent and the lawyers is expected. It doesn't mean a whole lot. But then again, if there's no evidence, innocent until proven guilty, right? But I mean, this is just crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I mean, I don't know how many women he's sleeping with. And I mean, the guy's got to be out there very busy. Which I'm not saying that's against the law, but it's not smart, man. At a minimum, it's just not smart. I hope we can at least agree. This dude is not a smart decision maker. I'm sorry, man. Not to mention all the other controversies that he's had that don't involve sexual assault allegations. He was a risky signing by the Dodgers before there were any sexual assault allegations. It's like, I don't know about this guy, man. But now it's like, I don't know. And if anyone thought he might continue his MLB career, it's getting less likely by the day right here. And here's what she had to say. The defendant swiftly caught me off guard and held me at knife point. The defendant placed his jagged steak knife to my throat. I was stunned and did not dare to move. The defendant asked me, have you ever been held at knife point? To which I hesitantly respond, no. The defendant took a deep breath in and exhaled. The defendant's steak knife scratched my throat as he released me and I got up from his lap. 2 days later, she described a more violent encounter with him in which she said he raped her, But again, like, why would you even be with him 2 days later? I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist who can explain these things. I don't understand why you don't call the police immediately after that encounter. Why you would be with him 2 days later. It doesn't make sense to me. I had a similar situation with the other woman, but maybe this is something, I don't know. There's some kind of a thing that happens that I don't know about. I cannot understand why somebody would place a knife to your throat and you would go see them again 2 days later, or someone would rape you violently, like in the other case, and you would be with them again the next day or on a later date. Doesn't really make sense to me. But hey, the defendant then takes my butterfly braids and used them as a rope to choke me unconscious with my hair. Her filing states, when I was unconscious yet delirious, I recall being on my back while hearing the defendant yell unusual sounds, moaning. And again, I don't know why you don't press charges on this almost immediately. That's when there's going to be more evidence. That's when the recall is going to be stronger and you talk to her and him and you'll be able to get better information. And it just seems like you wait until after he's been through all these cases and I don't know. Sounds suspicious to me, but if it's true, and this guy very well could be. I'm not saying it's out of the realm. He's a guy I've said I don't be interested in signing him as a San Francisco Giants. I'm a fan. I'm like, you know what? Let's just pass on this dude. And I think every team that passed on him is right now thankful that they passed on this guy, because now this is coming out, and he would probably be facing another suspension. If he was in Major League Baseball right now, he might be facing another suspension. So I think every team did the right thing when they didn't sign him. That being said, that doesn't mean he's guilty, innocent until proven guilty in this country. But damn, this guy just cannot stay out of trouble. Now, she does say that she has several recorded video diaries and journal entries to use in family court outlining the rape, abuse, and pregnancy documentation that she made before the first public accusation in June 2021. So that's to prove that this wasn't just waiting until after everything that happened with him and the suspension and now trying to monetize that, get paid for that. That's not the situation she's saying. She has proof that she was already making these journal entries long before June 2021. So unless Bauer has discovered time travel, it's highly unlikely the woman traveled into the future and returned to the past to create alleged echo claims. The woman said in a filing last month, metadata will attest. From these recorded video diaries, MLB was able to corroborate the claims of the various victims that were mentioned. The woman then said Bauer is using highly distorted allegations to bait her into a rabbit hole of self-explanation and character and distract the court. It's not clear how involved she was with the MLB investigation or how any of her documentation was used in it. MLB also spoke to the San Diego woman and two Ohio women as part of its investigation, according to the court records filed by the San Diego woman. So, okay. I think we have a pretty much an understanding of what's going on. This has not been a secret for many people, including Major League Baseball, but it's now coming public. Another woman, another sexual assault allegation. What do you guys think? And I know, again, a lot of people are going to take a side. This bitch is lying. She's making it up. Other people, Bauer should be in prison for the rest of life. He's a monster. And unfortunately, I can't say for sure. But again, with each allegation that comes out like this, I think it looks worse. You have like 20 women coming out against somebody. It's like, okay, there's 20 lying, horrible women who are coming out with complete lies. And I'm not saying there's 20 in this case, just an example. If there were, and they all had evidence, some kind of evidence, it's like, okay, when there's smoke, there's fire has to come into play at some point. There's definitely some smoke here. And I don't think Bauer is a good decision maker. Man, he's certainly into some kind of violence and rough sex. I think we can definitely say that. Is he doing this against their will? Is he really putting knives up to women's throats without their consent, choking them unconscious without their consent? Or was it consensual and they're trying to get paid after the fact because the guy's an idiot and he's having rough sex and choking women out who asked for it, but he doesn't know them very well. So they very well could be trying to get paid from the beginning. What do you guys think? Either way, I'd say he's not a very smart decision maker. Unless you're going to no, Bauer's a great decision maker. Bauer's just excellent and a very smart guy and knows what he's doing at all times. And yeah, I don't think so. But anyway, you guys let me know down below what you think of this newest case. We'll have more information as it comes out. Again, this just seems like more of a civil thing. I don't think this is a criminal thing. So Bauer's not in danger at the moment, as far as I know, of going to jail, going to prison. But who knows? Maybe there's a 6th, 7th, 8th victim coming out there. Who knows what he's doing in Japan right now? Bauer just needs to keep his nose clean and head down. And of course, he's not going to do that because he's Trevor Bauer. But guys, let me know what you think down below, and we'll talk to you next time.